What I'm about to say is the following. I know you're right, but still. What happened?
I know what you're gonna
The
say, but
fact
continue.
that this story is, people are so emotional because when we talked about this topic, we didn't just say it didn't happen, it never happened, right? First and foremost, we were not there. All we were seeing is, all we were saying was that it was a bit fishy. It smelled fishy because of all the people who have certain level of credibility were saying different things that led to the conclusion that the story wasn't true, or at least
Not solid.
it didn't line up with a lot of things, right? So, for example, they were talking about, that was Gene Deal, who said it's weird that they're talking about a
Limo.
limousine, that picked them up, because at that time everyone was driving Blazers. The father of Jane Doe said, I can't recall ever dropping her off in New York at that age where she's saying that I did. So and when they interviewed her, remember they interviewed her and the sound, it wasn't clear. At least, no, not that the sound wasn't clear, but they scrambled her voice so she wouldn't be able to be identified. The answers to the questions that the journalists gave weren't really that good. Hey, but before we proceed, guys, thanks for being here. Remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our other socials, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please, that's the minimum that you can do to support us, to show us support. Please subscribe and hit the notification icon so YouTube shares the video with more people. But yeah, as I was saying, KaiR, we said it, and people got in the decided to comment. This woman went wild with theories, saying that the story lined up, but it was 3 years before or 3 years afterward. We even gave her an honorable mention. That's why, guys, you should remain calm when you hear, at least rational when you hear these types of stories, right? Don't go believing everything you hear. Of course, there are real victims out there, but you need to analyze each story. KaiR, what can you tell us about the lawsuit getting dropped?
Let's start at the beginning. In December 2023, an anonymous woman, only known as Jane Doe, we still haven't heard her name, filed a lawsuit claiming that both Jay-Z and Diddy assaulted her in the MTV 2000 Video Music Award, the VMAs. She said the alleged incident left her dealing with depression, PTSD, and an isolation from society. Now we are here, and now that lawsuit has been dropped. Jay-Z's lawyer, Alex Spiro, and Diddy's legal team have both come out swinging, calling this a false accusation and a money grab, and a serious problem with the legal system. I'll share my screen real quick. RJ, maybe you can read what Jay-Z's team said. Zoom in a little bit.
Sure. Okay. And I quote, this is from the official IG page, KaiR. We're living in 2025. The official Instagram page of Rock Nation.
Rock Nation, where they've been clapping back.
Hey, it's the social media era, man, and I love it. But I quote, today is a victory. The frivolous, fictitious, and appalling allegations have been dismissed. This civil lawsuit was without merit and never going anywhere. The fictional tale they created was laughable. If not for the seriousness of the claims, I would not wish this experience on anyone. The trauma that my wife, my children, loved ones, and I have endured, remember that word, KaiR? Can never be dismissed. This 1-800 lawyer gets to file a suit hiding behind Jane Doe. And when they quickly realize that the money grab is going to fail, they get to walk away with no repercussions. The system has failed. The court must protect victims, of course, while with the same ethical responsibility, the courts must protect the innocent from being accused without a shred of evidence. May the truth prevail for all victims and those falsely accused equally. End of quote. Sean Carter. And then in hyphen, but you can't see it because it's written in white, so it blends in the background, so you don't really see it. But it says apostrophe S lawyer, Sean Carter's lawyer. But okay.
Diddy's team also provided some statement to Double XL.
Before I go to Diddy's statement, let me just give a quick disclaimer. So Jay-Z was case is part of the whole Diddy saga. This was only one case.
Yeah.
That Diddy was one of Diddy's cases that included Jay.
Yeah. No, that's the only case that included Jay.
Yeah, the only one. So, but my point is this. When we heard that story specifically...
Wait a second. They're not going to watch it, by the way. They're not going to understand it. But continue. I know what you're going to say, but it's not going to... This head of theirs is way too hard. Continue.
Okay. What I'm about to say is the following. I know you're right, but still. What happened?
I know what you're going to say.
The fact that this story was apparently false, or at least it lacked merit, does not mean... It means that Jay-Z is free. It doesn't say anything about what's going to happen to Diddy. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to read a statement by Diddy's team. This is not a double thought statement. And I bet you, KaiR, with this disclaimer, people will still...
Accusations are not what... If you're being accused of something, doesn't mean that you're guilty of it as well. I think that's one thing we've been talking about this whole Diddy situation, is that, okay, it's clear that what he did to Cassie was horrible, but all these single lawsuits, you need to judge them by themselves. Every situation is different. You cannot pile everything up just because there is smoke, there is fire. Because guess what, RJ? You can make smoke without being a fire there, a real fire. Can I continue to the statement?
Yeah, I'll read it now.
Okay.
Diddy's team has also provided a statement to XXL, and I quote, "Today's complete dismissal without a settlement by the 1-800 attorney," oh, here you go again, "is yet another confirmation that these lawsuits are built on falsehoods, not facts." See what they do there, KaiR? No, I'm going to read it and then I'm going to dissect it.
Let's read it.
For months, we have seen case after case filed by individuals hiding behind anonymity, pushed forward by an attorney more focused on media headlines than legal merit. Just like this claim, the others will fall apart because there is no truth to them. Sean Combs has never S8 or trafficked anyone, man or woman, adult nor a minors. No number of lawsuits, sensationalized allegations, or media theatrics will change that reality. We will continue to fight these baseless claims and hold those responsible. This is just the first of many that will not hold up in a court of law. End of quote. Now, let me just dissect one thing here. Just one thing. As it's See what they try to do here. Today's complete this. I'm gonna start it from the top.
From the top.
Yeah, right. Today's complete dismissal without a settlement by the 1-800 attorney is yet another confirmation that stop there. That there. Yes. Okay. Today's complete dismissal without a settlement by the 1-800 attorney is yet another confirmation. It's singular, right? It's one case. One of how many? Over 100? And now look what they're trying to they're trying to be slick. Go to the next two words. These lawsuits are built on falsehoods, not facts. So because this one isn't true, all the others aren't true. I don't know who's buying it, but
you have to get it out of the mud. It's not gonna be easy because you have to fight one by one.
Each and every single case.
You have to go do this, because one thing as well, you got to ask yourself, I do think this is a miscalculation by Tony Busby, where he took a case and maybe he didn't do the research right, or the people who's in his team didn't do the research right, and now you look crazy out here.